Timmy. All right, we need to get to our next guest.
Sorry, I just wanted to play this song.
No, this is
Timmy's legs.
This is a good intro, actually, to our next guest. He is a Machiavellian supervillain of note. You may recall his appearances in a few of the Batman films. Please welcome to the show, Bane.
Hello, Scott. Hello. Thank you for having me.
Oh, hi, Bane.
Hi.
It's great to meet you. You haven't been on the show before.
I've never been on the show. It's a pleasure to be here, Scott.
Thank you very much. It's nice to meet you. You are huge. You are jacked.
Yes, it's a small studio.
Yeah, I know.
Tiny chairs.
You're taking up 90% of it.
It's pretty unthoughtful of you.
So sorry. I didn't know who was going to be on the show, so I...
Okay.
Hi, Bane.
Hello.
I'm Nick. It's nice to meet you.
Try to angle that whatever you're talking into a little more towards the mic if you
It's
could.
nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you, too. I'm a big fan.
I'm a big fan of you. You're a very funny comedian.
Thanks,
Do you like
man.
Big Mouth? You and Meghan Markle.
Yes. I like Big Mouth.
You're a really evil bad guy.
Well, not anymore, Nick.
Oh, really?
Yes, I'm also trying my hand at comedy.
You at comedy?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
I've stopped doing the villain thing. I kept getting caught by Batman, and
Yeah, I mean,
truthfully, I've always been a funny guy.
Yeah, well, you would break his back, and then he would capture you. And,
Exactly.
Yeah, the cycle just continued on and
That's
on and
right,
on. Yeah.
Scott.
So now,
Were you ever in that deep, endless cavern pit prison?
I was.
Yes, that's
as
what
a
I was
child.
remembering.
yeah, and you, yeah.
I killed many people, but
Wow.
now I kill on stage.
That's ironic.
Yes.
Even the darkest soul can turn
I
its
guess
life
I'll
around.
always be a killer. But yes.
But now a killer on stage.
I'm now a killer on
Are you
stage.
getting up a lot? Are you getting a lot of spots?
Open mic stuff. I truthfully, I'm here to test out
Yeah.
some of my material.
I have to say, you've hurt so many people out there in the world. I can only imagine you coming on stage to do 15 minutes when the audience doesn't expect it and just sort of forcing your comedy upon people. It's really...
Doesn't feel right.
It doesn't feel... I don't know.
Yes.
I've read a think piece or two about this kind of thing.
Yes. Well, it's sort of an apology tour I'll be doing first.
Okay.
But yes, I mean,
do you admit
15 minutes is a lot of material. I barely have a minute or two.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, could you do any of your
I
stand-up?
would love to. I'd love to see what you, since you're established comedians. I'd love to.
I'd love to hear it.
Yeah.
I love to
Okay.
laugh.
All right, here. This is all work. I'm workshopping all of this.
Sure, you have notes, I've noticed.
Yes, I do.
Can
I'm
I
one
just
of
make
those
it,
guys.
but before you start, Bing, can I make a
Yes,
suggestion?
sure.
Don't apologize. Just
Yeah,
you
come
don't
out
have
strong.
to apologize. Come out strong.
It's
and
like they would
confident.
tell us when you audition with a song in a musical. You know,
Right.
if the piano player fucks up, you don't glare at them like this guy fucked up. You
Yeah.
just sing whatever you're going to sing. They'll
We don't
catch up.
know what's a
like when
mistake.
you're pushing your thumbs into someone's eyes, you want to follow through. So
Don't leave the eyeball halfway
Right.
out. I hear you.
kill them instantly.
Yeah,
Okay.
you sort of understand.
Why does caca always come after pee-pee?
Why?
Can't you make caca alone? It's the bane of my existence.
Okay.
It's the bane of my existence.
Repeating the punchline is always solid.
That you can't
Why?
take
Yes.
a dump without
Without
peeing
pee-pee.
as well. Yeah.
What do you want to keep your penis out of the toilet? Is that what it is?
I wonder why we can't make individual excrement.
Sure, but why would you want to?
Why together? Just why, though, I've noticed. Why does rice always come?
Right into the next one.
Why does rice always come in small form? Who wants tiny pellets of rice? Why can't you have one large loaf of rice? That's the bane of my existence.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
I
mean, okay. You want to continue, or do you want notes after? Or do you want notes?
Go ahead. I'd love to hear any constructive
Well,
criticism.
I don't. That one was so funny. I don't think you need to include that. That was the bane. That's the bane of my existence.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Do you feel like that's your catchphrase?
Oh, did you notice? A little bit, yes. I
Yeah.
feel like I need a hook of some sort.
Well, maybe you don't, though. Maybe you
Yeah.
don't need that hook.
You
Maybe
have
you're-
a hook. You're a former supervillain.
Can I just make a suggestion also? Like, what people are looking for, I think,
Right.
is a point of view.
Yes.
And so, and it seems to me like the point of view you have is on sort of mundane, moment-to-moment things.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you've
Obs-
experienced a life that none of us have experienced, and we
Right.
would love to hear jokes about that.
I want to leave that behind.
Have you
Sure.
seen Nanette?
Oh,
I-
yes.
I mean, that took it a whole different direction, right? It's comedy, it's drama, it's truth. I
That's
think
true.
if you stood in your own truth, people would be terrified.
Maybe, let me give a shot.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, let's hear
Yeah.
another
Why
joke.
is soda so good when we go to the movies, but so bad when we make it at home?
So, okay. So,
It's the Bane.
okay, right. Okay, it's the Bane of
Your
music.
existence.
All right, maybe
So
I
can I
should
ask,
have.
all right, so can I ask a question?
You're
You're making soda at home.
That
I'm
might-
making Dr. Pepper at home.
That's the
What
problem.
do you use for it?
Raisins.
Okay.
Raisins.
I'm pretty sure it's the secret ingredient.
Yeah, I can answer this. You're not using the correct ingredients.
Thought-
Now,
Just
I would
buy
say-
it.
Peppers.
But to me, like, if you were saying, like, I'm Bane, I'm an evil genius,
Right.
I'm making Dr. Pepper from doctors.
Oh, I like
Yeah.
where this is going.
Like
Forcing
Dr.
doctors
Freeze.
Yes.
to eat peppers.
I guess he's Mr. Freeze.
And
He
then I'm
never
grinding
graduated.
them up into a drink.
Almost as if Forsythia has the mind of an evil genius.
Well,
So yeah, what if you were to go to the Dr. Pepper company and get the secret formula, and then you could make your own if you really wanted to, or you could just buy it at the store. It's approximately 30 cents a can.
Ooh, but there's something so good about something homemade, Scott.
Yeah, I know in the cave you had to make.
I had to make my own everything. I had to make my own butter. I had to
butter.
make
Is that what you said?
Butter.
How did you make butter in the dark, deep depths of the
Do you
cave?
really want to know?
Yeah, I guess
do.
so. Yeah, this is the kind of stuff we want to
That's
know.
actually this is the stuff that I mean.
I'd rather be talking about how YouTube is getting so much harder to use.
Oh, okay.
There's no joke there. It's just something I've noticed.
In
Not
what
everything
way?
is going to be funny. Just,
But in what way is it harder
it's
to
just
use?
so much more
The
complicated.
navigation,
Well,
or because as far as
well,
I know,
how
you just press play.
Well, you know how you have to search for something?
yes.
Sure.
So,
What do you want to do? Just yell at the screen and it just comes up?
it's just
How
hard.
how did it used to be different? You always had to search.
Well, before you had to click in the search bar.
And now?
And now you have to, before you had to click in the search bar, and now you have to click in the search bar and press the enter function. To search.
Is that
Bane,
the,
why don't you go to the YouTube offices
Yes.
and break in and change?
And change it. Force the
think they're
kidnap their
here
family.
in
You
Los
know what else
Angeles.
I want to change?
What?
Does anyone else think the numbers 1 through 10 are in the wrong order?
I don't know anyone.
They
who
never felt right to me.
What feels wrong?
I think the right order should be 7, 3, 2, 10, 1, 4, 6, 8.
No 9?
A 9, 5 would be it would start with 9, 5.
Oh,
Okay, start
That
with
way, if you told the joke, why is 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9, it would be, why is 10 scared of 1? Because 1, 4, 6.
that wouldn't make sense at all.
Now that's called you're building up in comedy. You build up and then you keep it's a connecting piece.
This is like
Callback?
Nanette. This is almost like Nanette in that you're explaining how comedy works.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Bane, your mouthpiece is filling with spit.
Is it?
Yes.
I apologize. That's something I have to figure out when
Why
I'm
don't you
on
do a
stage.
do a
Yeah,
joke
what
about
about a
that? You
joke
ever
about
notice
that?
when your
Oh.
mouth
Oh,
piece fills
Yes.
up with spit?
Scott,
Yes.
can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Why isn't it fish SNL?
Fish SNL? What?
Wouldn't it be better like this?
Try to talk more in the mic.
Saturday Pike Live with Tuna Fey, Amy Fishing Polar, Gills Farrell,
Who?
Gills Hartman, Nora Fun. Fish like to have fun too. Featuring Pike Myers, Dana Carpy, your host, Salmon L. Jackson. Written by Mackerel O'Donoghue and produced by Lorne Pickles.
You really are
A lot
going,
of pike in there.
going back to the pike well. A lot.
Your host, the bane of my existence.
Okay,
You know, your voice is very resonant in that you
Thank
could, if they needed a new announcer, that would be an excellent gig for you.
Oh, the Pardo gig.
Yeah. I mean, you never know what Daryl Hammond's up to. I mean, he's getting names wrong left and right.
I'm like Daryl Hammond in that I do impressions too.
Oh, really? Who do you do impressions?
You do
of?
impressions.
Here's an impression of a Tylenol being swallowed. I'm not going down without some water.
What?
That's it. You were from the point of view of the Tylenol.
I'm the Tylenol being swallowed.
I see.
Here's my impression of revenge. Why am I always served cold? I want to be served hot.
I think we're coming to the end of the act.
Now, you know what they say? They say, open with your second best joke and close with your best. So you must be closing with your best joke, right?
That's it.
You know, my
That's it.
girlfriend won't stop yanking the blanket.
Your won't will who?
His girlfriend won't stop yanking the blanket.
I know
Okay.
that feeling.
I get chilly.
Yeah, fuck you.
I get chilly. I find that women are always so warm and men are so freezing all the time. I'm sure everyone feels the same.
Well, so to me, this is an interesting area.
Yes.
In that it sounds like you have both male and female lovers.
I do.
So, like,
Who are you dating lately?
Well, he's a little bit of a bat.
are you fucking Batman?
Maybe.
You're
See, that to
fucking
me-
Batman.
I broke his back and now he's breaking mine.
That to me is super interesting. For you to talk about what is going on in your life, the
Yes.
fact that you are having sex with your arch nemesis.
Oh, that is
and that you are
interesting.
apparently bisexual. That's a news
Oh,
break.
so interesting. You know, my girlfriend always tries to have sex with me as soon as I'm about to fall asleep. I find women always to be horny, and men are never in the mood, and sleepy and have headaches. Do you find that?
What would you say about that fact?
That it's true.
Okay, so now you're just saying facts? Usually a
But
comedian,
that's interesting. That's not a normal fact. That I wouldn't normally. That would be normal. That's
you're
opposite
switching
your
stereotype.
Yes, that's interesting.
Right,
You're playing
okay,
with signal
maybe.
coding.
I've stopped taking car trips with my girlfriend. She won't use Google Maps for directions. I find women refuse to ask for directions.
Wow.
And men always stop and ask.
See, that seems
That's
to
the
be
opposite of what normally people
normally
say on
people do.
stage.
Women never need to wait in line to pee.
Wait, see, now you're just doing opposite stuff.
Well, I suppose if you're the only woman at the bottom of a pit prison, then
Thank
no,
you.
you wouldn't have to wait in
Thank
line.
you.
Just,
Yeah.
right?
yeah, that's a good
true.
point.
You are going to be the only woman at the bottom of a cave prison.
Sergey!
Sergey.
Love is the lighthouse of the soul.
I love you so much.
Okay, do you have a final one? You want to close strong or?
Yes. Isn't it too bad that Game of Thrones isn't about stairs? Then we'd be talking about Tyrion Bannister.
I like that one.
Okay, yeah, I'll give you that one.
That's
okay.
a great joke.
That's really good. Bane,
you.
thank you so much.
Oh, of course.
Can you stick around? We need to take a break if that's okay. For Cynthia, you have something on deck?
I'm ready.
Okay, we need to take a break. We will be right back with more Comedy Bang Bang after this.
The truth that you made me see, for all the joy you brought to my life.
Welcome back.
Welcome back to Comedy Bang Bang with your host, Forsythia, featuring Scott Aukerman.
Kind of the opposite, but who is this?
This is Donna Lewis.
Who is that?
She was a one-hit wonder with the purest voice I've heard this side of the Mississippi.
Who's the purist on the other side?
Wayne Newton.
What's he doing over there in the South?
Donkey
R.I.P.
Shane.
I don't think he's dead yet.
Oh, well, I assumed. Incorrectly, I suppose.
But, he's a Vegas act. And
Yeah.
maybe, I don't know, maybe
Is
Bane.
he in Vegas
Oh,
or,
I'd
or
love to perform
Branson?
in Vegas.
You'd like to do Vegas? You only
Of
have
course.
approximately 2 minutes of material.
Oh, well, if Carrot Top can do it, so can I.
What does that mean?
That means
that a slam on him?
There's enough room for everyone.
Yeah, it's true.
Not for you, because you're taking up 90% of the room right now.
First of all, you were rude with the small chairs, and now you're pointing it out again, Scott.
I'm so sorry.
Don't make me kill your whole family.
Oh, please don't do that. I mean, some of them...
By the way, that is a repercussion. If you're in my audience, I promise, try not laughing at one of my jokes.
Oh, wait a minute. So when you say you kill as a comedian...
I literally murder the audience.
Oh, no.
Yes.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
This is uninteresting.
No, this is interesting.
This is the stuff. This is the good stuff.
You're telling me you want to hear about how funny it was when I saw Batman trip.
He tripped on what?
Fell on his face.
Yes.
You want to hear that?
Yes, that's the stuff we want to hear
Yeah,
about.
what did he trip on?
You don't want to hear how G marks the spot in bed.
Yeah, I mean,
Now that's a funny
Specifically
joke.
where Batman's G-spot is. You have information we don't know.
I do. I know what makes him tick.
Where is Batman's G-spot, do you know?
Yes, I do. It's right above the ass crack.
oh,
Really?
Did
Which
you know
direction?
He has a
Going-
little hair patch there shaped like a bat.
Oh, it's like where his coccyx is, sort of?
Yes.
does he shave it into the shape of a
Of
bat?
course
or-
he does. He's ridiculous, Scott.
Does he shave it himself?
Well, I think Alfred does it.
Oh, that makes sense.
See,
It's
that
like
to
a
me is...
tramp stamp.
This is
for
all interesting
Batman.
stuff.
Yeah,
I love
that's
that.
the stuff. That's the stuff people
That's
want to
it.
hear about.
Yes.
Absolutely not.
I see.
What they want to hear is blue really a good color?
Is blue the most popular color there is?
Yes. I say no to blue and yes to 2 reds.
2 reds? We already have red.
Yeah, don't-
we don't need 2 of them.
Double it up, Scott.
my shoes. I got those red Nikes.
Oh, hey, Timmy. Oh, my, how did you get back up here? You don't have arms anymore.
I know. I kind of rolled up. I rolled up
Oh,
the stairs.
yeah, okay.
I'm joking. You know, some kid put me in his backpack, brought me up here.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
That
you
is
know.
nice.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're still looking for your arms and legs. And Bane, you've broken backs.
Yes.
So you can relate to this.
Well, I can, from the other side, I've done bad things to little boys.
Yes, in regards to that, you know, if you want to put me on your backpack, like strap me on your back like a backpack.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost like having a gnat on a back to Forsythia now.
Maybe
You're so
we
large.
can do a Jeff Dunham thing.
Oh, that would be great.
You want to put your hands aside of me, make me talk, that's fine with me.
Let's try it out.
Okay.
All right. Hello.
Yep. Timmy's moving his mouth.
You can hear the lips popping.
Well, should Timmy talk or should I talk for Timmy?
You're the
That's
person in
it.
charge of the act.
You talk. Hello.
Hello, I'm Bane. Yeah.
I don't quite
Why?
understand this act.
Why? Hold on.
I'm Timmy.
I'm Bane. I got a joke to tell.
I'm Timmy.
Wait, you
I
just
can't
swapped
get anything
places?
right. I have no arms, no legs. I am pathetic.
Guys, you really need to work on this act before you take it to Vegas.
I do like them, and
Yeah.
I'd like to offer.
Nick.
While I'm not going on tour anytime soon, I would love for them to open for me on the road.
when you do.
When I do,
Yeah,
I would
it
like
could be
Bane-
decades in the future.
Bane and Timmy duo act, because I honestly, Bane, and I don't know if you have a temper or not,
Yes.
but I just
I
want
think he does. I think it's safe to say. Although you've been even keel.
I
during
don't
the show.
think, and I mean this with all due respect, that
Yes.
you are ready to hit the road. I don't think
Yeah,
you're ready.
you need
yet.
to stay in town and test out.
Workshop it. Yeah.
Will you read my spec script?
Sure.
What is your spec script?
What's the
about?
log?
It's about
Yeah.
my personal life.
Oh, well, so this is good.
See, that's interesting.
Is it a comedy?
It's about tea and whether or not we really need it.
This is about your personal life?
Yes, I buy tea every day and I can't help but think, and I know everyone else thinks this, that it should be coffee.
Well, buy a coffee. Why are you buying tea?
What? Because I've already bought it, Scott.
And that's what the whole show is about?
Well, there's characters.
And you wrote this on... Who are the characters?
There's Bane.
Okay.
And of course, the tea salesman.
Okay, what does
No
the tea
name?
salesman sound like?
The tea salesman sounds like this. Here you go. It's very specific to my life.
Okay.
I just don't know if that's enough for a show. That sounds like a scene in a show.
It is a scene.
Okay.
yeah.
I'm
There are
sure.
previous scenes and scenes that follow in succession.
Okay, so it's kind of in the middle?
Is it all the scenes are back-to-back tea salesmen?
No. It's me going into the tea shop.
Uh-huh.
Me leaving with my new tea.
Uh-huh.
Me spilling my tea by accident. And having to go back in and regret another purchase.
Oh.
See, that to me just sounds like a couple scenes from a show, but that's not about what the show is really about. Is it like...
Oh, but Batman shows up.
Oh, this is good.
Okay, all right.
I'm
And you have
interesting.
sex in the coffee shop?
Well, not yet. Well, he comes in and he breaks my heart.
Oh,
see, that's-
Batman broke up with you in a coffee
Did Batman
shop?
break up with you?
Yes, and I fell into a deep rage.
Okay,
What
that's
happened in
interesting,
that
yeah.
coffee
I took
shop?
the barista and I choked him. I broke his spine with my fingers.
With your
Okay.
fingers. What?
Yes, and I saw the life bleed out of his soul. And I thought to myself, why are my thumbs so small? Why aren't they the length of the other fingers?
Okay, yeah.
Here we go.
I mean, with that setup, it might be popular.
Yes,
you
I
know,
thought
because the setup's definitely
the
interesting.
setup is super interesting, Bane. That's what I would try to focus on.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you get into the observational stuff, it's just less interesting
Yeah.
than the
Yeah.
supervillain stuff.
I want to know also, like, how do you eat, you know, with your breathing mask, you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
The specifics of living with that?
IV.
Oh, really? You have a feeding tube?
Yes, I have a feeding tube.
So why are you
Okay.
drinking? You're not drinking the tea that you ordered?
Absolutely not.
You just pour it down the tube?
I pour it on my mask.
You just send
It's
hot.
just the feeling.
You don't IV the tea. You just pour the hot tea.
just pour
on
it all
your
over
mask.
your
Pour the
mask.
hot tea on my mask.
It's just the feeling of going out.
It's the
and,
closest I can get
yeah.
to being human.
I understand. Yeah.
You are human, though, right?
Yeah, I once was. Some would say I'm not. But maybe that's why I'm obsessed with the mundane. Because
Yeah, you
See,
never got to.
that's
Maybe that's
interesting.
exotic to you. You know, because in the cave you never got to experience things like.
Yes, but I'd never discuss that on stage.
Why
It's
not?
boring.
No, it's interesting.
No.
Just tell us a story about the cave. Tell us one story.
One story.
I was once 11 years old, and I was caught in a room with an older gentleman.
in the cave.
This man was named Bogart, and he had no eyes.
Oh,
He grabbed me, and he threatened to kill my father, who was also in the prison. He told me that he would do it if I didn't sacrifice my own body to his god.
These stakes are huge.
yeah. This is
I've
gripping.
been there.
So what did you do?
RV versus. you
I
know.
looked at him and I said, "Your forehead is more like a 5-head."
Oh, okay.
Okay, well, how did he take that?
He laughed, and
He
that's
laughed.
when I knew I was the funniest guy in the office.
So you did the office. So you diffused the
You
situation.
diffuse the situation with humor.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
correct.
And you called the cave the office. Everyone called it the office.
We all called it the. We
Another day at the office
look-
today.
Yeah.
We would look into camera and
'Cause-
say,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, and
Because
smirk.
I'm now, Bane has quietly handed me a log line for the show, like a
Oh,
one
I mean,
sheet,
yeah,
and he
let me
says
take a
it's-
look at this.
It says it's Bane,
Sure.
but it's The Office meets Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh, what a great meeting that would be.
Meets the deep depths of the cave of
Yeah.
despair.
Prison.
Oh, okay.
Yes, all the things you want to hear about Bane, like putting a stapler in Jell-O.
You did that in the cave?
Yes, I make prank calls to other co-workers.
Can we hear one of those calls
Yeah, do you have tapes of those?
Of course I do.
Okay.
for Cynthia? Plus play.
Hello. This is the Pizza Man. You have a pizza delivery with plastic on it. It's right here. You ordered it with plastic. Oh, no, it's really Bane. Fred, turn around.
Now you only record your own half of the conversation.
Yeah, these are not effective prank
Correct.
calls.
Well, it's illegal to record both sides. of the
Well,
phone.
you're in a cave. You're imprisoned. Who cares if it's illegal? By the way, you're getting pizzas delivered in this cave.
Well, not really. It was just,
It was a prank call.
Picture the pizza.
I mean, I would be more surprised were I to be Fred. Fred, was it? If a pizza were to come in the cave,
Yes.
more than the plastic on it.
Maybe that's why he was laughing.
Okay, well, we'll have to take your word for it. Look, we're running out of time, guys. We only have one last thing to do on the show, and it's a little something called Plug.
Plugs.